Hey third grade, it's Miss Smith. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about week 2 for third grade. So this is the packet you need to complete work for this week. So let's go through the daily activities together before we begin today's lesson. Okay, first today we are going to learn new vocabulary words, so you need to have your chart ready. Also, when we finish that, you can look at the first page of your story, the page numbers in your lessons, and answer the questions for number 1. This just helps you to begin thinking about the story and looking at the pictures and making some predictions and guesses about what you think might happen in the story. And then, when we're finished, go back on the third grade playlist in my YouTube channel and watch the video, What Does the Word Blizzard Mean? That's going to help give you some information about the story before we read it together tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow, you can review the vocabulary words first in your book that are on the pages before your story. Come back to the YouTube channel. You'll listen to me read the story. On day 3, you read the story yourself and find the answers to the questions in the book and underline your answers. On day 4, you will use this page to write about the story. And on day 5, you will go back to the virtual field trip website link that I gave you. Choose a different place to go to, and you'll see on your last page, Virtual Field Trip 2. So you'll get to write and tell me, where did you go, what did you see, what did you learn, and draw a picture on the back. All right, so we'll talk about some of these things more in our next video after we read the story together. But let's get started on our vocabulary words. So you will need your chart, and it will say, The Big Blizzard is the title of our story this week. All right, we have 6 words. Again, I'll show you the picture and tell you the definition. I'll write the definition on the board. If you need to see it longer so that you can see the words and write them, then you can push pause. If you need to hear it again, you can rewind and listen again. And when we are finished, make sure you go back and write an example and a quick pick. All right, so you need to find the word on your chart that is spelled like this. It is tremendous. Okay, when you see the word, point to it, say tremendous. Tremendous means very large. In this picture, it says the kids raked a tremendous amount of leaves. That means they have a very large pile of leaves. Okay? So tremendous just means very large. Okay? Tremendous means very large. So you might think of some examples of things that are very large to write in your own sentence. Maybe you can think of a tremendous animal. Maybe you can think of a time that you had to do a tremendous amount of work, or something that took a tremendous amount of time. It means a lot. Very, very large. Okay, let's go on and find the next word. Remember, if you think I'm going fast, to just pause until you have it written down, and then you can move on. Okay, find this word that starts with with an A. It is amazed. Okay, so find it on your chart, point, and say amazed. Amazed means you felt very surprised. So think, what would your face look like if you were amazed? Just like this. The example says, Sam was amazed to find a beautiful bird's nest. So amazed means felt very surprised. Okay. Felt very surprised. Wow, so in your sentence, you might think about a time that you felt very surprised. Maybe it was your birthday party. Maybe it was Christmas and your family got you something that you really wanted. Maybe it was a special day at school and you guys went on a field trip and you saw something that made you feel this way. Think about a time that you felt very surprised and write your sentence using the word amazed. Okay? Okay, friends, our next word starts with an F. Find this word on your chart. It is familiar. Okay, point to the word familiar. Make sure you're writing the definition beside the correct word. Okay. Something that is known by many people is familiar. Okay. The example says, in some places, snow is a familiar sight in the winter. That means in the winter that many people know that it's going to snow. Okay. So familiar, something that is known by many people. Okay, so let's write that. Known by many people. For example, a few weeks ago when we had Read Across America Week and we were celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday by reading his books and wearing fun clothes and having a good time together at school, that's because his books are very familiar. Many people know Dr. Seuss's books. Okay. So you might think of a familiar book or a movie or food, something that you think many people know. You could write a sentence about. Okay? So familiar means known by many people. Okay, let's move on to the next word. Find a word that starts with H. This word is huddled. All right, you point to it and say huddled. Huddled means gathered in a small, close group. In this picture, it says the family huddled close to the fire. So it's a small group of people and you're sitting very close together. Maybe they're sitting together because they're cold. All right, so huddled means gathered in a small, close group. Gathered in a small, close group. All right, so you might think of some other times when you might huddle together. Maybe if you were on a basketball team or a soccer team and your coach wants to talk to you, they might say, huddle up. That means get in a real close group together so we can all hear each other. Maybe if you are outside waiting for the bus and it's so cold, you might huddle up with your brother or sister and try to stay warm while you wait. So huddled just means gathered in a small, close group. Okay? Hey friends, our next word starts with a U. This word is unable. So find this word on your chart, point to it and say unable. Unable means that you cannot get something done. In this picture, It shows the cat is unable to open the door. That means he can't do it. He's unable to. You know the word un, or the prefix un at the beginning of a word means not. So this is the same thing as saying not able. For example, right now we are unable to go to school. Means we're not able to do it. Can't do it right now. All right, so unable means you cannot get something done. Cannot get something done. So in your sentence, you might think of something else that you cannot get done sometimes. Maybe you had to go to bed early and you said, I am unable to finish all my homework tonight. Or maybe it's raining outside. You might say, I am unable to go out on the playground. Think of a time you might have been unable to do something. Okay, moving on to our next word. I think it's our last one. It starts with a D. Dangerous. All right, find your last word and say dangerous. I'm sure many of you already know what this word means because you've probably heard it before. Dangerous is something that can harm or hurt someone. So in this picture, it says riding a bike without a helmet is dangerous. Luckily, these children in the picture do have their helmets on, so they are not being dangerous right now. So dangerous is something that can harm or hurt someone. Something that can harm or hurt someone. For example, right now it is dangerous for us to be at school together because there are lots of germs and so many people getting very sick that it might hurt someone if we're at school. We could all get very sick. So right now it's dangerous, and that's why it's a good idea to stay home and learn from your home like this. So dangerous means something that can harm or hurt someone. You might think about someone has an accident or if there's a fire. That's why at school we practice fire drills, tornado drills, earthquake drills, because we want to make sure that we're being safe in case something dangerous were to ever happen. Okay? All right, guys, well, we made it through. You should now have all your definitions written next to your words. If you don't, rewind and go back and pause so that you can see the words, you can hear the definition, and once you're finished, go back and think of an example sentence. Write the word in your sentence to help you think about what it means and draw a quick picture. All right, guys, when you finish that, you are done for today. Remember to check back my channel tomorrow, and I will be reading the story, The Big Blizzard. All right, friends, have a great time at home. Thanks for working so hard. I miss you lots. I hope these are helpful for you. If you need anything or have any questions, just tell your parents to email or dojo message me, and I will answer you as fast as I can, okay? All right, friends, see you later. Bye-bye.